This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Hope you enjoyed that little piece of music that kicked off the video, and this is the guitar it was played on. This is a Gretsch Electromatic Double Jet, and it was very kindly loaned to me by one of my students, a chap called Michael, who is also the chap who loaned me the vintage V100 that you saw in that comparison video, when was it, a couple of weeks ago, where I was comparing it to the Harley Benton Les Paul copy, and that Jerry Donahue signature guitar that I reviewed a little while ago. That's also his, and he just he's quite the collector, is Michael, and he said he had one of these and would I like to borrow it to do a video on. So I said yes, of course. As I say, Gretsch Electromatic Double Jet. I'll put the specs to the full specs to the guitar down in the description, but the headline news is that you've got a chambered mahogany body, mahogany neck, and stop tailpiece with Gretsch's rather, fetching V-shaped tailpiece there, Electromatic style bridge. Broadtron pickups. They look like Filtertrons, but they're not. They're actually, a bigger, sort of more standard humbucker size pickup, but they still have that characteristic Gretschy kind of sound, so much so that, I've been playing this and I've been lapsing into all kinds of Malcolm Young riffs all the time I've been noodling around on this guitar. It is a nice guitar. These, if we just take a look at what sort of money you're going to have to spend on one of these. There's one there in Guitar Amp Keyboard for £379, so it's a sub £400 guitar, and it's a lot of guitar for your money, it has to be said. Just the general kind of feel and of the fit and finish, and just that sort of, when you can pick up a guitar and you can kind of feel whether it's, a high-end guitar or a very low-end budget guitar or not. You tend to get a sense of just, how well it's finished and just the overall, vibe you get from it. I would say this gives me the same sort of overall feel in that sense as maybe something like a PRS SE. So in terms of money, it's punching well above its weight. And as you heard there, it sounds rather splendid, I thought, in that little piece of music. I will actually be tabbing that out, and by the time this video's on YouTube, that'll be up on my Patreon page. And as always, there's the address, and the link is in the description. So, as I say, chambered mahogany body, Broadtron pickups, Tunematic and stop tail mahogany neck. I think it's an Indian laurel fingerboard, which seems to be the go-to dark fretboard wood of choice these days, doesn't it? Yeah, it's a lovely guitar. It's not without its faults, though, and nothing major. I mean, first of all, the fit and finish on it is, as I say, absolutely superb. You know, it's beautifully set up. Michael's told me he's not done any work on this guitar at all. This is exactly how it came, and it is a beautifully slinky low action. Everything is just comfortable, and you know, it plays nicely. But as I say, not without its faults. A couple of times when I was doing the solo for that piece of music at the top of the video, I did start kind of going into a little bit of a twiddly kind of thing, and it was like the guitar was saying, "Hold on, check the headstock. It doesn't say Ibanez. You know, be sensible. It doesn't lend itself to that style of playing particularly well." It's not that the action's high. It's not anything like that, or that, you know, there's a lot of string tension or anything. It just, you know, you get halfway through one of those twiddly runs and it starts to feel like it's a little bit more hard work than it should be. The guitar doesn't want you to play in that style over the top of it. So, you know, it is what it is. It's a grinding blues rock, classic rock machine. The other thing that I'll point out is the jack socket. If I just plug it in, oh, it's not doing it now, just typical. But forever when I was plugging it in, there you can see it's just the slightest little kind of disturbance on the cable, and it pops out. It's nothing that a new jack socket wouldn't cure, or, you know, you can go the more traditional musician's route and just use a roll of this stuff and just kind of, that'll stop it coming out, which is what I did when I was recording with it earlier. But it is the kind of inconvenient little spanner in the works, a fly in the ointment, that can be that can really kind of ruin your day, I suppose, if it's going to happen just before your big solo at the open mic night at the Dog and Trumpet or wherever. So, you know, it's not a guitar to shred on. But then again, look at it, it's not pretending to be, and that jack socket is something of an issue. I don't know if that's the case on all of these, or whether this is just one that slipped through the net. But as I say, you know, a new jack socket to put in is 10 minutes work, and it's going to cost you pennies to do. So it's not something I would lose a lot of sleep over. It would just be, you know, it's just, you know, it shouldn't kind of really be like that in an ideal world. But all in all, a nice bluesy rock, classic rock guitar that, you know, if you turn up to a gig with one of these, or to a jam session or whatever, you're just going to stand apart a little bit, aren't you? You know, you're going to be, you know, not just another guy who's turned up with a Strat or a Telly or a Les Paul or an SG. It's got a little bit of something about it. And, you know, it reminds me of, I don't know if you've ever seen that classic British gangster film Get Carter, the original one with Michael Caine, not the remake with Stallone. But there's a line in that when Michael Caine's character is talking to this big gangster kind of crime boss kind of guy, and he says to him, looks like he's about to wallop him, you know, and he says, "You're a big man, but you're out of shape, and for me it's a full-time job." It's got to be one of the coolest lines in British cinema, and this guitar is as cool as that, I think. Trust me, I know about cool. Look at me. Anyway, that's it for today, folks. Just a quick little demo and once-over and first impressions of the Gretsch Electromatic Double Jet guitar. if you like blues, if you like classic rock, and if you've got about 379 quid to spend and you want to just stand out a little bit from the crowd of other guitarists toting all the usual suspect guitars, then one of these might well be worth checking out. And that's pretty much it for today, folks. I do hope you've enjoyed the video and found it reasonably entertaining and informative, and if you have, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so, and why not give me a like while you're at it. I was going to say don't forget the live stream tomorrow, Friday 5 PM UK time, but there isn't one tomorrow because all of the lads and lasses who are on the live stream, we're all meeting up for a night on the town. Beer will be drunk, curry will be consumed, it will be a great time, and we'll tell you all about it on the next live stream, which will be a week tomorrow. And that's pretty much it for today, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.